Yeah, I thought I heard you. Yeah, I think it's on.
If anybody out here wants more food, there's plenty back there. Go ahead and go fill a plate again. We're putting together our live feeds, and then we'll get started here. So heat it up. That way we don't have to take it home.
Oh my God, for the volume.
Yeah. Set the blue one up there. Yeah.
Talking to the microphone a little bit.
All right, you got me? You got me? Can you hear me? They are going to turn me up, so. Okay. Yep. Test, test. Get this mic turned up. Can you hear me back there? Perfect. Good to go? Good to go. All right, let's get started, guys. I got to thank you all for coming out. I know the fishing was far from epic, but there was still some good fish caught. But first, I want to run down like our sponsors and who puts this all together for us. We got Zach from Everhart's. You know, they knock out all the prizes, all the trophies, everything. You know, they take care of us when we come to town. So give Zach a big round of applause. Got the Clinton Tourism Association. They fed you guys tonight. They put us in this building like this. Big thanks to Paul Meats for the food. They did an amazing job. And we got Sherman Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Appliance. They donated to the Big Bass this year, the hourlies. Equity Bank is another one that donated. C Squared. Then we had Chad Underwood. Chad, stand up back there. He's from Rapala. He came out on Thursday night and hung out with everybody talking about the baits. If you need anything from Rapala, get with him. Yeah, Mitchell Hunsberger, he was out on Thursday night too from Garmin. They donated to the cause too. Big thanks to them. Sherman Plumbing and Heating also donated to the Big Bass. Fish Monkey donated some stuff to give away. Daiwa, same deal. You know, we got to thank them all to make this thing happen. So give them a big round of applause one more time. And I'm going to step aside from the mic here for a minute. I'm going to bring up Brian Roman and Gene Campbell from the Romans Warrior Foundation with the wall outside, and they can have a little talk here. Yeah, you can.
First and foremost, huge shout out to the Greater Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce to make it possible that we could bring the wall here during the All-American Kayak Classic, which wouldn't have been possible without Josh Booth and Brian Roman's Locking Shields coming together. And of course, none of this happens without each and every one of you guys. So from all of us, we thank you and have no words to express our gratitude for you folks supporting the series, supporting the classic, all the sponsors, and of course, if you want to come over, if you haven't had a chance to see the wall, please do. Please come over and check out the wall. It is the only mobile monument traveling the country right now that is dedicated to the global war on terror time. It's our way as citizens to give back and our thanks. Just to double check and see on that. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Mr. Brian Owens himself. He can talk about the foundation real quick and the importance of these type of associations, if you will.
Do I need a microphone? I really don't like microphones. So can you hear me in the back? All right, good to go. I'm a Marine. I'm loud. I'm generally obnoxious. I am Brian Romans. I am the Romans Warrior Foundation. What we do at the foundation since 2016, we've been helping veterans, first responders, and their families go through mental trials and tribulations, physical trials and tribulations, and to be able to offer them different resources to help them back on their feet. No, I do not get financial grants, so don't come chase me down if you're a first responder asking for $500. I will probably tell you no. But if you want to take your wife out on a date, out on the town on my dime, I will do that. You want to take your kids to a splash pad or a fun zone, we can arrange that. You want to jump out of a perfectly good aircraft? I know some people that will push you. We got some fever going on. Okay. So before I get into the wall, let me do this. Can I get all the first responders and veterans in the room to stand to be recognized?
Thank you all.
To our communities and to our country. The Global War on Terror Wall of Remembrance, that is your memorial. I am merely the curator. I'm the guy responsible when everything goes wrong and gets blamed at by Gene. That was another joke. Yeah, I told you, drug in. But no, for real, that wall out there starts with the 1983 bombing of the Marine barracks in Beirut, Lebanon. It goes all the way through the withdrawal of forces from Kabul a couple of years back. And we all know what kind of a debacle that was. We can get into it privately, not here. It's not the time, Gene. Calm down. On one side of the wall, I see some children in here. I encourage you to take your children to see that wall before you leave. Show them what is not in your school's textbooks. I am not cancel culture. I am not woke. I am not politically correct, and neither is that wall. You will see pictures and faces on that wall that might be offensive to some. Good. Have that impact. Because on the opposite side of that education, those are the honor side. Those are the names that made everything that you've done today humanly possible. So please come out and check the wall out. We travel around the country. We display the wall at different events, mostly veteran events and first responder events. This is our first fishing tournament, official fishing tournament. So thank you, Josh, wherever you ran off to. There you are. For having us out here, being able to co-locate with us. Really appreciate that. Thank you for tolerating Gene. I know he's a handful. We get it. We travel by donation. I do not get paid to drive the wall around the country. Gene does not get paid for what he does with the field ops program. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts because we continue to give back. We are selfless serving to our communities, our nation's heroes. So again, thank you for your time, and please, I encourage you to visit the wall before you leave.
Thank you, guys. Now I'm going to bring up Zach from Everhart's, let him have the mic for a few minutes, and then we'll start drawing for some stuff.
Thanks, Alex. I won't take long. I just want to say thank you to you guys that came out to do this. I know this is not an ideal weekend to issue like a lot of you struggle violently, but I appreciate the struggle. This is not a tournament that is mass money maker for us. It's really about you guys and what we're trying to happen for your play and for us. It's a big tournament for our turnout. It's a big tournament that comes to what we do and try and get more and more people involved in it so the money gets bigger. It's great to have all the states that have came to travel to do this. I appreciate that travel. I know highway from families, highway from home, it's not always easy to say, you get fish. Especially it's not as much fun when you don't get fish well. But I appreciate it. Everybody at ours appreciates it. Melissa, the owner of ours appreciates it. Obviously just her, that's what make all this happen. It's a lengthy process to make happen. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys took advantage of speaking with, Chad, Apollo, Mitchell, and Ovid regarding it. This is the first year that we really had an opportunity to get sponsors that were willing to sit by at the store during the event or check-in to really be face-to-face with you guys. And that's something I want to continue. So if this is not your first All-American Kayak Classic, I hope it's going on your last. I hope to see you all again next year, the year after, the year after. This is not something that's my needs to go away. We want this to already get bigger and better. And if you have any thoughts or helpful comments that you can make that happen even better, feel free to send me at any point in time. But I really do appreciate everyone's time and everyone's participation in this. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. You guys ready to give away some stuff? Red tickets. Red tickets are for the money table over here. Blue tickets are going to be for the kayak. We're going to give the kayak away a little bit later. 860-613. 860-613. Oh, wait, I read that wrong. 860-605. 605. All right. 860-679. Yeah. Just keep handing them to whoever walks over. 860-642. 635. Look at this. $680. $680. I found it. $630. $677. $681. You got to pick on the little kids. They're the ones that put them in there. Should have got here later. $594. $614. $631. $610. Who's the first guy here? $599. $597. $607. 587. $664. $580.
We do a few more and then Chance can come up. I help hand over the ones.
Perfect. Are you 580? You gotta wait for this guy. He had a longer walk. 601. $561. $655. I read that one wrong too. 567. 574. 619.
Crush City Rapala ones that were hanging out.
All right, we're into the Crush City Rapala stuff. Like I said, Chad did a lot to make this happen. So 648. And if somebody doesn't want their hat, I need one. 600. I'm trying, Andy. I'm trying. 658. Lower. 603. I can't help you. You're needy. How about 622? I'm gonna get one at your table. 644. 657. 598. 572. 570. I bet they rode together. 654. Told you I'd get one at the table. 685. 621. 608. We got a lot of numbers to go yet. 557. 649. 590. 612. 650. 588. 623. 555. 554. I was trying to get you to good stuff, bud. 585. 6:38. 6:38. You're terrible at bingo. 6:20. All right. Next two guys are going to be winning a brand new raffle at tournament scale. I'm going to draw 2 tickets at the same time. 584 and 564. Those are our raffle scales. $589. $568. $568. 68. Going once, going twice. 581. All right, we're getting into the bigger stuff. We got some Costa sunglasses. We got some Loophole sunglasses. And if you haven't checked out those Loophole glasses, there's something else. Gonna throw in a Rapala hat on top of it. 602. Hey, bring in the boss. Yay! So much for those glasses. Next set of Costa sunglasses going to 652. 652. Here he comes. One more Costas. We'll give the Costas away to 662. Let's give a pair of Loopholes away. And like I said, they're awesome. 618. Hey, if you don't want those, get a hold of me. I'll buy them in the parking lot.
Next 5 are Garmin Phoenix 5 watches.
Perfect. We're going to give away 5 Garmin watches. $379.99. That way you know what time the tournament's over. And you can't leave early. 573. Are you kidding me? Boo. I did. $634. $569. $627. Told you I hit that table twice, Andy. You better apologize. Five, 6, 6. All right, now I got a big question. Probably one of the biggest questions of the night. Who here drove the farthest? By the mile. Yeah, I have no idea where any. Like, I barely know where this is. But I need somebody that's drove a long way. So compare numbers.
1,500 miles or more. You got Mr. Florida right here.
Florida. I'm pretty sure Florida wins it. Come on up. So you drove back from vacation? Adequate. Don't mind me. All right, that concludes our raffles. Sportsman, Ben Spangler was a man. He sat right here at this first table one of the first years we did this, and then we came up with the Sportsman Award when he passed. And so I'd like to have all the sportsmen stand up right now. That way we can salute you guys. Sportsmen over here in your club, stand up. Yeah, I know you hate it. 2. Come on. All right, now let's have all the directors. You know, these directors, they pump in the hours all the time, all year long, dealing with everybody's thoughts. So let's have all the directors stand up. We'll give them a big round of applause. So we at the All-American, we draw a sportsman every year. We call it the Ben Spangler Sportsman of the Year Award. And it was a pretty easy choice this year. The guy we chose, pretty funny, kind of fun. I don't know. He's kind. He'll help anybody on the water. There's no doubt. You know, you ever need anything, this guy's got your back. So our 2023 Sportsman of the Year for the All-American Kayak Series is Andy Moore. Get up here, boss. At the same time, Andy won a tournament for the Jordan family benefit. And Stacy had a plaque made for him for the win there. So we're going to present that at the same time.
I'm glad everything's better, man.
This is where you get to talk. Right.
Honestly, this is pretty damn cool if you ask me. We all can fish really good, so I fish like crap this weekend. So this actually makes up for that big time. When All American Kayak Classic started, I was pretty excited about it because MKFS is down. So I'm all in for this series. Appreciate all you coming out. One of the best series out there, best people ever. Just glad I can fish. And thanks a lot. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Thanks, brother. Awesome, man. That's fucking huge.
Take that with you, too.
Awesome.
Hang that on your wall.
I'm going to. Thanks, man.
Be proud of that one, buddy. All right. Let's give away a little bit of money and a couple little trashes. Trash pot. I'm going to do this a little backwards because we had an interesting thing come up today, and me and Josh like racked our brains trying to figure out how we were going to do this. Because there was 2 19-inch catfish submitted. I'm betting they were caught on a crankbait, but we'll find out. So I need Robert Swiergen and Cliff Buck. Come on up. And you two are going to fight to the finish. This is going to be great. I'm going to meet in the middle. Oh, yeah. Yep. Grab them. And then come over to my office. Come on over here.
All right.
Like, it ain't every day you catch a 19-inch catfish. Tell us how you caught it.
Pop our first thing in the morning. That's it.
All right. Somebody needs to drive him home. He's been drinking.
Hit it twice. Buzzbait.
All right. All right. It's just something about Missouri. Thank you and good night.
Top one.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split the daily. It'll be $125 a piece, but that's cool with you guys. Otherwise, like I said, you guys can flip for it out back and go from there. So,
Works for me.
all right, give these guys a big round of applause. And that was today. Let's go back to day 1. Need Jamie Sandrovich. Come on up to the stage. I want to hear how you caught this thing on a walking bait or something. But he's winning day 1 for $250 with a 24.25-inch carp. And then he's winning the overall $500 with a 24.25-inch carp. Give him a big round of applause. Please tell me you caught it on a yellow Senko.
Yellow, no, but it was a Senko.
This is epic.
No, dark green, red flakes.
Dark green with red flake.
Yep.
All right, that's the secret to Truman.
Yeah, especially for the carp, right?
Yeah, well, I heard there was a lot more carp than there were bass.
Yeah, for me.
I think it was for a lot of people. Give him a round of applause. So, you guys like cash? Because I like cash. Let's give away some big bass hourlies. Let me get organized here. First hour, sponsored by All American Kayak Series. A 19.75-inch fish, fishing out of Moyak, Zach Wolverton. He call it pause the live feed that way the tax man don't come. Cash money, bud.
Thank you much.
How'd you catch it?
So right early in the morning, first thing I did at like 6:30, I was fishing parallel to a bank with a line of bushes, throwing an underspin with a 3 3/4-inch paddle tail, smoked right off the bat.
Perfect. Perfect. That sounds a lot more realistic. Give him a round of applause. Second hour, sponsored by Everhart's Outdoor Store with a 21.5. Fishing out of Moyak from Missouri, Sam Young. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was pulling for you, bud. It happens from time to time, but there's $100.
Thank you, sir.
How'd you catch it?
Black and blue baby brush hog and some thick brush, but there's a lot of debris to go through. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Easy.
Brush hogs are realistic too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these guys are out here catching carp on sinkers.
Yeah. I couldn't even catch a carp.
Give him a big round of applause. 9 a.m. hour, also sponsored by Everhart's Outdoor Store with a 19.75. Fishing from the sticks out of Nebraska, Kyle Christensen. $100 bills, yo.
Perfect.
How'd you catch it?
Shaky head, black and blue worm.
Is this all that's
Good,
in here is worms? Does nobody throw a crankbait anymore?
I don't like fishing slow, but I felt like I had to.
Right? All right, give him a round of applause. Thanks. Now, hour 4, day 1, is sponsored by Sherman Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Appliance. But I also have to say that I suck at being a director, and that's why the board, Attorney X, does not match what's here. Let me give my explanation. I had a fish come in, and I swapped it out because he had a better photo of it to gain another 1/4 inch, which in the turn actually made a huge difference in the end. But the hour was already over, so it switched to hour 4. So it's all on me. If anybody has an issue, just reach out. But I just wanted to throw that explanation out there. So, hour 4, sponsored by Sherman Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Appliance, with a 19.5, fishing out of Moyak, Chad Davison. He's got little legs. Hey, you keep me on my toes every time. How'd you catch it?
On the glide.
Atta guy. Give him a big round of applause. Yep, appreciate it, man. All right, the 11 a.m. hour on day 1 was sponsored by Raffle. You've heard this name before with a 20 1/4, fishing out of Moyak, Sam Young again. Long walk for a couple $100, man.
$200 for that.
How'd you catch that one?
Black and blue brush hog. It did kick my rod in the water, so I almost lost it. But luckily, I still had the hook in its mouth, so I was able to pull it back in with the fishing rod. So it's about an expensive mistake.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Give him a big round of applause. I don't even know what to say to that. 12 p.m. hour, sponsored by Garmin, with an 18 1/4. Fishing out of Colorado Kayak Bassmasters, Eric Ali. This will be just enough gas money to get you back to the edge of the Missouri border.
It's about 1/4 of what I need.
Perfect. How'd you catch it?
Nico rigging,
What color?
green pumpkin.
I meant the weight. Give him a big round of applause. The 1 p.m. hour was sponsored by Sherman Plumbing and Heating. As a matter of fact, it was a tie for the absolute smallest fish on the Big Bass Winners. Fishing out of the sticks with an 18-inch fish, Jason Schreck.
Thank you.
$100 bill.
That'll work.
How'd you catch it?
Spinnerbait on brush.
Had a guy, power fisherman. I like that.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it. Give him a big round of applause. 2 p.m. hour. Sponsored by Equity Bank. With an 18.5. Fishing out of the sticks. Blaine Crop. You're not here? I'll keep his $100. Hey, this is on video. This is yours, Blaine. I'm putting it in my pocket. We might PayPal you. I need gas money too. All right, 3 p.m. hour, sponsored by C Squared. With a 19.5, fishing out of Colorado Kayak Bassmasters, Matthew Arledge. He went home too. Oh, I'm $200 ahead. I like this game. Right? Yeah, we'll split it. We'll go for supper. Taking home the day one. I'll just bring you up at the end. With Sam Young from Moyak with a 21.5. Give him a big round of applause. Day two. All-American Kayak Series sponsored hour one with a 20-incher fishing out of Iowa Kentucky Fried Chicken or Kayak Fishing Club, Gary Stevens. He went home too. $300. Ah, look at this. I like this game. 8 a.m. Sponsored by Everhart's Outdoor Store. This is where things got hectic. A 21.5-inch fish come across my desk. Fishing out of Minyak. Elvis Lee. Yeah, I keep it. It's all right, bud. I'll bring it back to you. This is where things got really interesting.
Thank you.
How'd you catch it?
On a flipping jig.
A jig?
Yes. Green pumpkin orange with the black and blue trailer.
What kind of trailer?
He-Man palmetto plug.
Those things are epic. Give him a round of applause. Can we mute that? 9 a.m. hour. Sponsored by Everhart's Outdoor Store again. With a 19-incher. Fishing out of the natural state. John Hall. These guys walk like they fished for 2 days. I'm all quarter energy. I've been sitting in a chair for 2 days. So how'd you catch it?
Fluke.
What color?
White.
A white fluke. That works. Give him a round of applause. 10 o'clock hour from Sherman Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Heating, or Plumbing and Appliance. With an 18.75. Fishing out of the Heartland. Marty Hughes. I got $10 as he caught it on Eagle Rig, and he's got weeks to sell you on 4-pound tests. So if you need, just give me a ring. Oh, it was 2-pound test. Sorry, you had to downsize. Water was too clear, huh?
Oh.
It's Josh's.
It's Josh's.
Yeah, so it's probably half of it's real.
I in fact did catch it on Nico rig. But and the new Nico button head in green pumpkin red flake. So if
See,
you need any, let me know.
I had a guy teach me one time that the weight makes the difference.
It's all in the weight.
Perfect. Give him a round of applause. And we're on to the 11 a.m. hour, sponsored by Rapala with a 19.75. Fishing out of the natural state, James Haverly. Now you look tired.
We're up 2 days.
Listen to this guy.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. What'd you catch it on?
White fluke. How about that?
That works if you're trying to hide it. Give him a round of applause. The next hour, sponsored by Garmin with an 18.5. Fishing out of Iowa, Kentucky. Kayak Fishing Club. Clay Cross. Hey, James, don't go too far. I don't want to wear you out. What'd you catch it on?
Shad colored square bill.
Finally, a guy that throws a crankbait. Give him a round of applause. 1 p.m. hour from Sherman Plumbing and Heating. You've heard this name once. With a 19 3/4 from NSKA, James Haverly. You got to think of something different you caught it on. Keep these people engaged, you know.
Sorry, I'm boring. I get
Give him a round of applause. Let's go to the 2 p.m. hour, sponsored by Equity Bank, with the tie for the smallest fish in the whole place, fishing out of the West Missouri Kayak Club, Jared Fosnow. At least you won $100 today.
Yeah, heck
What'd you catch it on?
half ounce brown purple scale jig.
All right, now let's tell them the truth.
Half ounce jig.
No, I thought maybe you're drop shouting whopper ploppers. Give him a big round of applause. And the final hour, sponsored by C Squared, with an 18.5, fishing out of Minyak, Jason Garvey. This is a guy happy about $100 right here.
45 happy.
Right? What'd you catch it on?
Texas rigged Cinco.
You guys don't get together and talk at all? None of you throwing the same thing. A couple guys with a white fluke, but I think they're both
Well,
fibbing.
mine's green pumpkin and blue flake, though.
Had a guy. Give him a big round of applause. So that leaves the day 2 winner. Well, I have day 1 winner, winning $400, Sam Young. Day 2 winner, both of them had a 21.5. Elvis Lee's winning $400 for day 2. Biggest fish. So then we had to start digging. Rules say next biggest fish. And if you guys remember, Sam's been here twice. Elvis has only been here once. So taking home $1,000 in the Big Bass Pro Trophy, Sam Young.
He had a day 1 overall, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's 400 plus 2 hours is 200 plus 1,000. So he got 1,600.
Yeah. So just to let you know, if you didn't have a calculator in your pocket, that was a $1,600 fish.
So really, the second one was $1,600.
Yeah, the second one was more important than the first one. Give him a big round of applause. This year we're paying out $3,600 in that big bass pot. So with the hourlies and everything else. All right, let's get on to the meat and bones. This is where stuff gets fun. We're going to pay cash to 20 spots. The guy that got 21st is still going to take something home, and he gets free entry into next year's tournament. And I screwed up and didn't write his score down. So I'll ask him what it is when he gets up here. Fishing out of Colorado Kayak Fishing Club, Alex Rojas. Come on out, buddy. You're gonna win a Gamagotchi box.
With a loaded fun inside.
Yeah, it's loaded up.
Appreciate that.
And then Sam from Ice Hole Power threw in that for the first guy out of the money. And then you get free entry into next year. How do you feel right now?
Feel great. I thought I'd be 22nd, so.
Perfect. Give him a big round of applause. '20th place. Taking home $300. Fishing out of NSKA. Ty Watson. Yeah, you got to come up and walk across here at least real quick. We're going to give like 10th and higher like stuff to carry, but you still get, I don't care, whichever way you want to go. If you're left-handed or right-handed, it's all good. Perfect. Come on up. Come talk to me for a minute. How'd you catch him?
Accurate, just like everybody else does. They were there with me.
Did you lose any important fish?
One.
Hold on, I gotta write that down.
But I will say, Sixpence has got this new worm that I was using. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember it now that I'm up here. But it's like slimmed off the tail, so it wasn't the Senko. So I was a little bit cooler than everybody else on the Senko.
Right, you're in, you're in. Give him a big round of applause. With 144 3/4 inches, taking home $300. Fishing out of the sticks, Jason Schreck. Haven't I seen you before? Tell us a little bit about your couple days.
Yesterday was better.
I saw that.
Yeah. I caught everything that mattered yesterday on a spinnerbait. Got one smaller one on a jig. And then today my bite was gone. So I went back through it with a little Kayak on a swim jig head or swim bait head. And I caught 3 at 115. I didn't have a scoreable bass till 115. And then I ended up with 4. So I did catch one more on a spinnerbait.
Perfect. That's a guy that stays in it right there.
It was a brutal day, buddy.
Give him a big round of applause. $146.5 fishing out of the Iowa Kayak Fishing Club. Taking home $400. Jordan Westerman. Tell me that you caught everything on a rat.
I tried to keep that rat bite so honest today. Yesterday, like hours, they don't want to eat that rat. They'll eat that stupid chatterbait though.
So you just literally chucked a chatter jig for 2 days straight?
Yeah, I fish out of a kayak. That's all we do.
Perfect. Give him a round of applause. There was a tie. 147 1/4. Fishing out of the sticks. Taking home $400. Matt Avey. What did we catch him on?
All things finesse. A lot of soaking worms pretty much, but wacky, a little bit of Texas rig, a couple on drop shots, so slow and low. So
Did you ever think about a bobber?
yeah, a couple times yesterday I was really thinking about it.
All right, thanks. Give him a big round of applause. He's going to think about the bobber next time. Good enough. Also with 147 1/4, fishing out of the Colorado Kayak Bassmasters. Taking home $400. Kenny Hood. Now, mind you, we got to kind of give a little shout out to the old Colorado crew. They rolled out here in like 4 school buses, I think. There was 30 of them. So you surrounding states need to pick it up a little bit. All right, here he is. What'd you catch, Mom?
Texas rig ultra vibe speed crawl in South African special color.
Where can I order that?
Taco Warehouse. Or you could probably get them at Everhart's.
Right, always Everhart's. Let's redo this. Where can I get them?
Everhart's.
Perfect. Give him a round of applause. $147.75. Fishing out of Moyak. Taking home $500. Shannon Garrett. Oh, yeah. I'm being beckoned here. So anybody that wins some cash has to go see Josh after to fill out the W-9 form, so then we don't go to jail. Cash is so much more fun.
How you doing?
Not too bad. What'd you catch, Mon?
Texas rig, baby brush hog. Sorry, man.
What color?
Do I have to say that? Smoking purple.
All right, he's got the Australian color.
It's actually camo too. So.
Camo, gotcha. All right, give him a round of applause. Thank you. 150 and a quarter. It was tight. Fishing out of Moyak, taking home $500 in 14th place. Micah Funderburg. Don't be bringing the same story. At least come up with something. Like A-rig and DT6s or something. What'd you catch, Mom?
One on a spinnerbait, then wacky worm, and weightless beaver.
So you're a very patient man.
Yeah.
Give him a big round of applause. $150.75. Fishing out of the Heartland, taking home $500. 13th place, Kevin Mock. I started to wonder if they all sit over there. What'd you catch, Mom?
Lots of things.
Just open the tackle box, shook, and whatever fell.
Spinnerbait, flipping Pit Boss, Nico, thanks to Marty Hughes. Oh, yeah. And I bought his kayak from him.
Look at that. What's he get, like 15, 20%?
We'll discuss that.
Or he already got 50%.
Yeah.
All right, give him a round of applause. $151.25. Fishing out of the sticks, taking home $600. Kyle Christensen. Come on over here. I know we already talked about it, but I bet they already forgot. They look pretty tired.
Yeah.
So let's tell them again. What'd you catch, Mom?
The shaky head, mostly black and blue. But yeah, I threw everything. It's the only thing that worked. Worked better yesterday than today.
Did you go deep or did you go shallow?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Just threw randomly. It worked. You're taking home some money. Give him a big round of applause. $151.5. It was actually a tie. Fishing out of the natural state, taking home $600. Fanny Famosa. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but we're going to try. There's about 6 names on my list this year that I was scared I was going to do, and this is one of them. That's the kind of stories we want. Watch this. Watch this. A-rig full of beetle spins.
Actually, it was a Cinco wacky rig. Slow rolled it. But the thing was today, I was sitting at 0 where I was at. I left and went to another spot at 11 o'clock and managed a limit.
That's all it takes is a couple hours.
Yeah, I had nothing to lose. So I was like, I'm leaving.
There you go. It worked out.
It did, brother.
You almost broke that top 10.
Yeah, I almost did.
All right. Congrats. Give him a round of applause. Let's talk about that top 10. If this guy wouldn't have caught one fish bigger than you, you'd have been 10. 151.5. Fishing out of Moyak. Taking home $800 and a nice little plaque. Sponsored by Everhart's Outdoors. Zach Wolverton. All right, come chat with me. Now let's talk about this. I know we got the lure all settled out.
Okay.
What kind of water? What were we looking for when we came down?
We were looking for, I didn't practice, so we were looking on Google Maps. Basically, the whole lake's timber. So I wanted to fish closer to where I'd be so I didn't have to drive 3.5 hours. My family's camping down in Stockton, so I drove up from Stockton each night. And so I picked the south end of the lake. Totally expected muddy, super dirty water. Found about 2-foot clarity water. Did pretty good. Flowing Texas rig day 1 mostly, and then day 2 they like the jig way more. Again, like one of the other guys said, low and slow. Didn't care for moving baits. Tried several. Never connected with them.
Sounds like a pretty decent couple days.
Yeah.
Taking home $800.
Thanks.
Top 10.
Yeah.
There you go. $152.25 was another tie. Fishing out of Moyak. Taking home $900 for 9th place. Mike Dent.
Slow, I walk slow.
Did you fall on the ramp?
I
Oh, no, that ain't no good. All right, come on over here now. Tell me something cool. Like, I don't know. Just make something up.
can tell you my first 2 fish came on the Uma Death Flow, that new top water wapple flopper on steroids, and everything else came on the jig and the Senko.
Did you put those two together? Did you tip the jig with the Senko?
Crappie nippers.
I've seen guys do it. They put trout stuff on it and they stick it in the skirt. So what were you out deep, shallow, flipping bushes, rocks?
Shallow. Went up to the lower end of the lake, down lower end of the lake where it was cleaner. Found the bushes, they were in them.
That explains it all. Give him a round of applause. $152.25. Fishing out of Colorado, Kayak Bassmasters. Taking home $1,000 for 8th place, Erica Lee.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep.
Come on, you got to come over here and tell them the secret. You were in 42 foot of water, fish were suspended, and you're ping min on them.
Yep.
Perfect. You'll see him on the elites next week.
Yep.
Give him a big round of applause. 154.25. Taking home $1,200 for 7th place. Fishing out of the heartland, Marty Hughes. All right. We got the lure.
No, I
We
had
got-
another lure.
we
There's
got-
one other lure.
What was the other one?
I used a RoboWorm Morning Dime.
With a Nico weight in it?
No, drop shot.
Okay. They had me scared.
Where?
Yeah.
Where'd I get it? Right there. Jonathan gave me the. I gave mine to Russ Snyder's the last tournament, so I didn't have it. So Jonathan gave me it.
So what's going to happen is that guy's going to pay you, then you're going to pay him. I got you now. So what were you looking for? I'll ask you. What were you looking for when you were on your way down?
Well, the first I went to look in the rivers first up north, and they were blown out, and so I just caught white bass all day. They were schooled up there, and then I went south looking for clear water, and I found it, and I saw the mud line was getting close, and then on tournament day it was there, so I still had about 2 foot clarity there, and it worked out pretty good. And I just basically punched my Nico into bushes as I went along the edge, and then I drop shot it deep and got the other one.
Who says you can't finesse punch? Give him a big round of applause. You guys at home, write that down. 155.25. Pitching out of the natural state, taking home $1,300. Tyler Zangerly. Come on over here. How'd you catch him?
Caught him on a white fluke in a wacky rig
In like 30 foot of water, pinging it off live scope.
at about 4 feet or less.
I didn't know you could use live scope. They don't show that on Bassmasters.
I didn't use it.
I guess we'll start learning.
Appreciate it.
All right, give him a round of applause. This is my favorite part. Give me Chris Longshore, Jared Fosnow, Lance Burris, Chad Davidson, James Haberly. Come on up, fellas. Mister, I don't have a pattern. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. You guys stand next to one another over here in front of the camera and stuff. You can't have this though. Guys, this is your top 5 and some of the toughest conditions that Truman's ever seen. I'm going to give them a chance to talk, kind of work through what they were throwing, what they were targeting, throw out some information like you're talking to new people, or just tell them you don't have a pattern.
I did something boring. I just threw a Texas rig, rage Minnesota both days, and just in bushes about 4 to 5 feet.
Tell them what you did. You drove around 100 miles an hour and threw a white Mr. Twister.
Most of my biggest fish came on. The rest came on a black and blue tube.
First day was a jig, every fish. Today, every fish but one was on a Cinco, weightless.
Well, I'm not going to get any more entertainment. For 3 days, that's the only thing I can catch fish on. Black fluke.
I caught one on a chatterbait, one on a glide, which is the big one. Then I had to slow down. I've got a new bait that I've been designing with H2 bait design. It's a soft plastic worm called a zip worm. Had a box full of prototypes and fixed it through that, fished it around bushes. Caught 3 of my fish on that the first day. Caught 2 more the second day on it, and then the other 3 fish were on a.
Perfect. All right, give them another round of applause. You guys know how tough it was out there, and these guys stuck with it. 5th place with 157 inches, fishing out of the heartland, taking home $1,500. Chris Longshore. Appreciate it. I appreciate you, bud. 4th place, 159 1/4. Fishing out of the Moyak, taking home $2 grand. Lance Burris. Are you nervous?
No, I think I know where I'm at.
You are dragging this out on purpose.
We are dragging it out on purpose.
That 1/4 inch mattered though.
Made a big difference, didn't it? It might have. You're lucky you got a really good director. 159 1/2 inches. Taking home $2,500. Out of Moyak, Chad Davison. 3rd place. 189 anglers started this, and only 3 are left. Appreciate you, Chad. With 160 1/4, taking home $5,000 for 2nd place. Fishing out of Western Missouri Kayak, Jared Fosnow. And your champion, coming out of the natural state, winning this tournament by 14 inches, taking home $10,000, James Haverly. You can buy a lot of flukes with 10 grand. You want to say anything more?
Man, I don't really have much more to say. I just found all my fish Friday. I caught one out of them, and I went back Saturday, and all I could catch was smaller fish out of it. So I did a lot of traveling around and put a decent limit together. But today, they were back, and they were starting on beds, and all the females showed up last night. So where I caught little ones the day before, I caught 19s today.
That's a lot of fish.
It was a blast. The best day of fishing I've had in a long time.
Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Everharts for sure, and Josh, and everybody at All American for doing what you do and allowing us to do this, and all of our veterans and firefighters for keeping us safe. And man,
how about that home club? How's that home club?
Well, I was going to get to them. They all the support that I got the last couple of days is unbelievable. All the friends and family and everybody from the club has had my back all weekend. And I just want a special thank you to them guys.
Perfect. That's what this is all about. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Give him another big round of applause. $10,000, your champion, James Haverly. And I mean, I don't want to bring it up, but it's back-to-back Arkansas wins. All right, let's give away a kayak. I said, let's give away a kayak. Come here. You got to draw it really high in the air. That was the one.
That was, oh.
I'm terrible at this.
While they're drawing it out, you guys get a chance to see the version of it at the store. Same guy. This is a 13-foot Old Town
Is it
big
mine?
water PBL. Excellent fishing kayak. Whoever is in the business is operated for sure.
Old Town. Blue ticket. 5, 6, 8, 9, 6. There went half of them. 9. 9, 6, 9.
Dang kayaks.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with winning the kayak. You got room for it?
No.
Is one of them guys got room for it?
They can figure it.
Chris is like, yep, he'll never see it again.
It's like, once it goes in, it's like,
I got no room at home for it either.
Well, Chris,
4 in the garage.
Chris will keep it at his place. So, all right, congratulations. Appreciate it. Team event. The team event. Let's talk about the teams that were here. And if you guys are here, I'd love to get you to all stand up at the same time, you know, kind of help represent each other. Let's start off a Sunflower Kayak Fishing Series. Anybody show up from there? Nope. All Americans, Midwest Series, you know. I know there wasn't very many on there. Give me the Moyak guys. Moyak guys, stand up. They come in buses too. Give me the Oklahoma Kayak Anglers. There they are. OKC Kayak Fishing Club out of Oklahoma. That's the rest of them. Western Missouri Kayak Club. Heartland Kayak Anglers. Colorado Kayak Fishing Club. May as well have, watch this. You guys stay standing. Watch this. Give me the Colorado Kayak Bassmasters. That's a half the room. Give them a round of applause. They made the trek. Give me the Natural State. That's some hammers. And last year's team champs, too. I will throw that out there. Give me some Minyak out of Minnesota. Give me the Sticks out of Nebraska. Hey, Iowa Kayak Fishing Club. I know there's a couple of you. Give me some Camo out of Missouri. There they are. And that's all your teams that were represented this year. And I can't thank you guys enough for what you guys do for us. I mean, we couldn't put this together if you guys didn't have your state clubs to qualify guys to come. We are going to ask a question, and we'll ask it online next week. So let's get to it. Erica Lee, Kenny Hood, Tim Van Sickler, Terry Darr, Matt Arledge, come to my office. You guys can clap so it's not awkward silence. Yeah, there we go. There we go. These guys combined had 591 1/4 inches. Good enough for 5th place in the team.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So how long of a trip was it for you guys?
About 10 and a half, 11 hours, depending which way you went.
10 and a half.
Do you like it out here?
Yes.
I do. You guys spring.
Would you guys say that out loud? Really?
Yeah.
We had
Have you ever fished in Colorado?
Yeah. I've heard you got to fish through the trout, but the trout nibbles work.
They do. Yep.
Perfect. All right. This is your 5th place team. Give me Kyle Christensen, Matt Avey, Jason Schreck, Blaine Kropp, and Andy Moore. These guys combined for 633 3/4 inches. The Sticks out of Nebraska.
Thanks, sir.
We've talked to most of these guys already.
Never give up.
Right? Never give
Never
up.
give up.
Ever. So do you guys come back?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Perfect. We like these guys. 4th place. Give me Chris Longshore, Marty Hughes, Kevin Mock, Rick Valdez, and Josh Swigert. Yeah, I said it right this year. Oh, kind of. You're going to have to teach me, man. I'm like hooked on phonics. Swigert. I'm getting that tattooed on the back of my hand. They put up 696 3/4 inches. Good enough for 3rd place. These guys are Heartland Kayak anglers out of Nebraska. Give them a big round of applause. Nope, this is winner take all. Well, I do. That's mine. Who's going to win it? You guys got to remember, there's a guy from Natural State's got a 14-inch lead in singles. James Haverly come to the stage. Tyler Zengerly, Fanny from Sofa, Ty Watson, Terrell Standifer. And I need Chad Davidson, Lance Burris, Mike Dent, Zach Wolverton, and Micah Funderburg. I don't know if you guys want to all walk up the same side. Now, mind you, Arkansas came in here and took this trophy home. Question is, can they go back to back? All right, guys, I'm just going to give you the mic, talk a little bit about your club, where you're at, what's going on, like how many members, that sort of stuff, you know, kind of talk a little bit about it.
All right.
It's easy.
We're up in Northwest Arkansas. We've got 50, I think, it's a big record of the year. We generally have anywhere between 60 people that fish from the event. We fish Beaver Lake, Heavy Rock, Humpback, Tin Killer, the Arkansas River, and we've got some really great anglers. I was just here, there was an extra seat, so I'm gonna let the anglers talk.
I don't know what to say, man. Pretty much summed everything in. We have a really good community of guys that work together with. Really competitive, and Kyle Long is probably one of the best directors I know. I really don't know what to say. I'm just glad to be up here, man. That's about all I can say, man. I just want to go fishing.
Right?
My kids are out of college. They're all gone. Just me and my wife. I go fishing every weekend.
I'm from the NSK Central. I'm just, these are all Northwest, but I'm not even in their club. But we just fish Central Arkansas. So.
Yep. It's all the same.
Yeah. Everything that they said. Shout out to my wife, my baby. That's about all I got.
Perfect. Your baby isn't Kyle, is it?
No.
Okay, thank God. That would have been weird. All right. Who wants to talk about the MOYAC first?
Everybody knows the MOYAC.
Mic drop.
No, I do want to say, Tyler, thank you for everything you did this weekend. Josh, Gene, the Clinton Tourism, Everhart's. I mean, this is a huge event. I know how much work goes into it. I see it. And I really appreciate everything you guys did to put this event together. I mean, I'm fortunate to be in MOYAC. I feel like it's one of the top clubs in the country. And it's in large part due to the work Josh puts in. But just a great group of guys. And, you know, we do have the home field advantage, but I feel like the conditions kind of took away some of that advantage on this trip. So glad to be up here.
Absolutely.
I also want to give a huge thanks to Josh for running the MOYAC Club. Wouldn't be here without him. Another shout out to my family who offers a place to stay when we travel to state. As a college student, I don't have a ton of funds. So I really appreciate them giving me places to camp at mornings and nights before I go out and fish.
I don't know anything fancy to say. Did it?
Yeah, kickoff for putting the club together.
Yeah.
Give these guys a round of applause. These are your top two teams. They didn't even know they were teammates before they got here. They were fishing against one another. So by a show of hands, who thinks they won the team event? I was going to say there ain't no confidence over here on either side. I suppose we'll get to it. 761.75 to 772.75. Now remember, the number one guy in Arkansas had a 14-inch lead. You guys feeling confident? How you guys feeling right now?
I mean, that's a lot. 14 inches. That's a lot to make up.
It's a big gap. I agree.
You guys think it? What do you think? Like, seriously, like, how you guys feeling? You guys over here just like, screw these guys.
It's a tough call. It's tough.
All right, let's announce it. Taking home the team trophy with 772.75 inches is MOYAC.
We'll have to hear about that for another year now.
Yeah.
He was about freaking out back there till we figured it out.
Oh, really?
These guys are taking home $3,000 split amongst them. Or if they want to duke it out back for it, that's cool too. Yeah, you guys can roll. You guys got second? Well, you didn't. You got first too, so. Yeah, let's shake everybody's hands. Appreciate you guys.
Good game. Good game.
All right, big thanks again to all our sponsors: Clinton Tourism Association, Everhart's Outdoors, Raffle, Iowa, Fish Monkey, Equity Bank, C Squared. We'll see y'all again next year.
If everything's had to have a shirt, these centerpieces were the addition we had, so feel free to take a hat and a shirt on the table. Shirts are only large extra.
I think you guys messed up on the 2 o'clock hourly for the first day. I had a 19, and Josh even said during the, it was posted on the Attorney X deal.
Let me grab the right paper.
I can't check Attorney X yet because it's not on.
Let me look.
And that's gas money. That
Right?
diesel's thirsty.
Right? Of course. Trying to figure out if I fucked up.
We're not gonna blame him, but
I would. I'm out of practice.
it's because you're a boat guy now.
Right.